afternoon, one and all. It's a nice session, sir. It's an eye-opening session for many of the faculty members here as well as for the students. And I want to continue from the same point what sir has informed. Right? Federated learning is emerging and it is new and it is popular in many research fields. So I request all of you to focus more on federated learning. But again, I want to focus more on that is federated learning kind of thing. So what I'm going to talk here is, I'm going to give you a different idea, a different perspective of where we can identify a cyber threat and how we are going to mitigate it. That is a major concern. As you look at in recent times, people are using social media sites, right? All of us are using social media. Which one you are using most? Can you tell me what social media you are using now? Other than WhatsApp, what you are using most? Instagram. Yes, then? How many of you use Facebook? LinkedIn? Then Twitter? Yes, some of people. Now you see, the data in these social media sites is completely unstructured. But sir has given an important concept called what data silo. So what is data silo? There's a huge amount of data is there, but it is not being tapped properly. We are not using it. It is not been coming for any pattern recognition, or it is not being used for any kind of analysis, further analysis. In that case, how we are going to tap out the meaningful information from those data silos? Everybody is using data. You are sending so much of data. You are sending so much of information. But all those informations are being used for any further analysis, or it is going for any kind of further investigation, or it has been tapped for any insight? The answer is not no. But whenever I post any message in social media, it has been monitored, it has been thoroughly investigated, and if any misinformation or any vulgar or any derogatory comments posted on social media, it has been removed in a day. If you post any dangerous or vulgar information in any social media site, soon, in a day, it will be removed. Who is doing that? Are you doing it? No. The system is doing it on its own. How it is doing it? Now the point that I want to make here is how we are going to leverage the social media sites to identify any cyber security threats in the system. That is what my focus is. So before I go and talk on all those things, why cyber attacks are so dangerous? Why it is called insidious? Because it is completely anonymous. If I am an hacker, you don't know who I am. On a daily basis, if you look at all around the world, there are many cases. Cyber bullying is happening, cyber stalking is happening, money laundering is happening in social media. But do you know who is doing that? Who is the person doing all this stuff? Do you have any clue about who is the person and controlling what? We have no idea about it. If you take a newspaper, on every day we see that some people's bank account has been hacked, some people lost money on this kind, and some girls have been bullied because of this. Right? We are seeing so much of information in a newspaper or on any social media sites, but we are completely unaware of who is doing that. Hardly few people are coming out. Few investigations has been revealing what happened in a problem. So this is what happening in recent times. But now, because of many cyber security and other things, we are somehow managing it, but it is not that we are completely controlling all the mechanisms. Still the cyber attack is happening, cyber bullying is happening, cyber stalking is happening. All over the world, here many people may be offended because nobody is revealing it. In this room, somebody may be bullied, somebody may be stalked, some money laundering has been happened in your system or in your account. It has been happened, but we are not revealing to anybody else. Why? Because we are fearing for the society, we are fearing that we are not aware of all the issues that is happening around the world. Because of some minute self-respect, we are not revealing the real facts. That is what in this lecture I am going to present in a different context. Sarah has given a different research point that you can use federated learning to infer certain activities. You can use federated learning, it is emerging, it is growing. But Similarly, I am going to give a different perspective of how we can manage and curtail the cyber security activities and cyber attacks in retail, right? That is what I am going to do. So it is frequently leave no traces. As I said, we don't know who is a person hacking all the system. Do you know it? No. Hardly we are coming out with some facts, right? If you take a analysis, and I have an analysis also for that. On every year, what are all the activities, what all the hackers we have come out, how they identified, I have a statistics, I can reveal that. But it is very meager. We are not revealing all the things, right? Because it's not possible to reveal all the activities on hackers' performance, right? It is not possible. The system is not doing that kind of stuff in recent times, right? And also, easy for the attacker to hide. No need for physical contact with the victim. Yes, if somebody hacked you, they don't know who you are, and you don't know who the person hacked my system. It is completely anonymous, right? And also small investment. They are not making big investment, but they are making a small investment and earning a lot because of money laundering. They are investing less and earning a lot because they know the tactics, acting tactics. Because learning and acting attack techniques is easy. Ethical hacking is there. How many of you know about ethical hacking? How many of you know here what is somebody ethical hacking? What is ethical hacking? Legal. It is legal. If I have a company and I want to prevent all the vulnerabilities in my system and application, what I do is I ask an ethical hacker to come to my company and intrude all the activities, intrude all the processes and applications and networks, and understand that is there any possibility to hack the machine or the data or anything else. That is called ethical hacking. Ethical hacking. So anybody can learn hacking tools. It is not that only the hacker who is a genius or who is a master in a particular programming language, only those people can do that hacking. No, not like that. Anybody can do hacking. It is possible, right? That is very important. And many countries have many networks and it is involved. There is no unanimous global common consensus among the global government, right? I just give a warning here because the world is going dangerous. We are living in a competitive world and the prospect of the future living is very dangerous and it is very insidious. Why I am saying it? You just go back 20 or 30 years or 100 years back, what would happen? Why the civil war and other wars have been came? Because of two governments. If two governments are not in good terms, they attack the other government. Now see China, right? And virtually attacking US. If you look at China, they are not attacking, they are not going for a war with the US, but they are doing it virtually. It is not that the only government can go for a war with other government. It is not like that. An individual, as a programmer, as an hacker, I have a capability to hack the federal bank in US. I have a capability. I have a potential. As a hacker, I have a potential to hack the federal government in US. I have a capability to hack an ICICI bank, an HDFC bank in any part of the world. As an individual. Because of that, any commotion or any war may emerge in the government. The two governments are getting conflicted because of any one individual. This is getting dangerous in coming days, coming years. If you look at the coming years, the danger is very, very imminent. The danger that we are going to face in the coming year is very nearing, and we have to be very alarmful for all the activities that we have been doing. That is why the inadequate, non-uniform regulations and laws, because of that only many problems arises. Now the next thing is, what is the motivation for cyber threat? Why the hackers are doing it? Because they want to hack the data, customer data. The customer means for any kind of data, right? They want to hack the data, gain access to it, and also stealing their intellectual property, and then making a political statement between the governments, as well as making a cyber espionage, or some people to make a fun of others, they are doing cyber attack. This is also in the game. To make just a splash or making a fun with other institutes or between the two organizations, if there is a competition. Now see, there is a competition between Google and ChatGPT. Huge competition is going on. Finally, who has won? ChatGPT has failed drastically. It is not answering to all the questions. And Sarah said about federated learning. It is emerging. Now I am going to throw a different insight, a perspective of how we are going to understand the data. Sarah has given a very pertinent point on what? Federated learning, how it has been emerged, and what is the advantage of using federated learning is one aspect of it. But other aspect is, we have to know about the data. before COVID happened, or before influenza or flu has happened, people have predicted that flu is going to coming out next year or next month. It has been happened. How? Because of the social media messages. Inference can be made from unstructured data. Now can I have a question? Which data is very used in this world? Either structured or unstructured? Unstructured. Why? Because the more number of users are using what? Unstructured data. That is a social media site. It may be Twitter, it may be LinkedIn, it may be Facebook, it may be WhatsApp, whatever it may be, any forums, any discussion forums. If you take that, the data is very huge. But equally, we have structured data. If I go to bank, it is structured. If I go to IIT's website, it is structured. If I go to any financial sector, the stock market, it is structured. It is also growing. But what is very important is, we have too much of data and people are the deciding factors. Because it is not that the news agency is covering all the activities around the world. They are getting the data from the users, from the customers, from the real world peoples. Inference has been made from the Twitter data and other social media sites. So here, how we are going to make an inference and how we are going to protect that the cyber security or any cyber bullying or cyber stalking is happened, and how we are going to curtail it, and how we are going to mitigate it, and how we are going to manage and respond to the problem. That is a major concern. For that only, what I am going to do is, these are security, I want to talk about many things, and I will just talk about the first one and leave out the rest one. Applications is several dependencies. Why we have security risk? If you take any application, there are many dependencies for this particular application. So if you take an application, let's say the application may depend with the database. Yes? The application may depend with what? A network. The application may depend with any server. All these three are in different locations, remote locations. And there are many libraries are required to run the application. So the vulnerabilities are very, very high in any of these spectrums. How we are going to manage it and how we are going to respond to all the requests is a major concern. This is where the vulnerability exists. This is a major problem where the vulnerability may occur in any of the system applications. The hacker knows those vulnerabilities. As I said, the ethical hacker, the hacker knows an extra bit of information about your program or the application and try to steal the data. Whichever data they want to get, yes, they can get it. So that's a major concern. Now straight away come to a problem of this one. Yeah, I am taking Twitter for cyber security attacks and mitigation. Now look at here, in the 2020, in the year 2020, there was an attack. They attacked major politicians, popular figures who have more followers. Let's say Barack Obama, who is having 120.7 million followers. What they have done is, during the COVID period, that is in the year 2020, they sent a message, they hacked these people. The hackers hacked these Twitter account and giving a message stating that I am feeling generous. Let's take Elon Musk. I am feeling generous because of COVID-19. I will double any Bitcoin payment sent to my BTC address for the next hour. Good luck and stay out there. Now what he is saying? He is asking for a Bitcoin to his address. Let's go for Joe Biden. I am giving back to my community. He is a president and he knows the situation of COVID and how people have been suffered. And he says that I am now willing to give back to the community. If you are sending any Bitcoin, it will be doubled. If you send $1,000, I will be sending $2,000. And this will be happening only for 30 minutes. This process will be happening for only 30 minutes. So, do you know how much of Bitcoin, how much of my US dollar has been acquired in the period? $1,18,000 money has been earned because of this spam message. US dollar. Within 30 minutes, almost 300 people have deposited. This is huge. This kind of cheating is been prevalent, happening all over the world. So how we are going to curtail it, how we are going to control it, it is a major concern. So further what I am going to do is, let's take any social media. In the social media, we have many room for vulnerabilities. Let's say a personal user account. If you take a personal user account, do you think that a person can have only one account in a Twitter? No. It can be impersonated. Multiple accounts on the same name. profile photo, different account details, yes, it is there. So people can play on these parts. It is dangerous. If you are using social media, it is always dangerous. I request, personally I request, don't use any social media sites